I'm thrilled to moderate this panel today on behalf of the Red Sox Foundation and Home Base. Today, we're going to honor the service and sacrifice of women and highlight the challenges and some of the barriers, as well as looking into the critical topic of how their service affects women's health in general.
One of the things that gives me hope is, I went to West Point in the 90s. You always wanted to minimize your femininity. You always had to be more like your male counterparts.
Women bring a unique flavor to these roles, and that diversity actually strengthens our military. And I think that's a critical part, to also share the experiences of what an opportunity it is to be able to serve in our own way.
It's been really interesting being able to explain to people the unique things that military women and really just service members go through, getting to educate people to really meet and look at the future fight in a different way.
So there was that gratitude that, holy cow, I'm part of this community. But then it also came with huge imposter syndrome of, am I worthy of this? Is this where I belong? When you're the only, that's the piece that makes you feel isolated and alone.
It's fantastic, right? To meet a younger woman that looks to you, and younger men. They're like, coach me, teach me, I want to learn from you. And those are incredible moments. The other side of it is dealing with that kind of shadow culture. They drop the standards. You're a political item. You did it for attention. That's the extra burden that you carry. We're starting to talk about it more as women. It is difficult to be vulnerable, but I know that it helps men and women, and I know it makes our Army stronger. It's imperative to have those conversations to make sure we're still progressing.
We found that women were having higher rates of anxiety than their male counterparts within our population, higher rates of financial distress, and tougher challenges with access to gender-specific care. There was a very significant increase in the loneliness factor after service. And so we said, these women veterans need to be able to connect with each other.
A lot of what we see in the military is a reflection of society writ large in America. That importance of connection. The military has seen where having behavioral health as part of the formation is an important start.
I lost my mom 6 months before I entered into the military, and that really shook up my whole world because, one, I was grieving, and then you go into the environment where everybody's yelling at you. You're always wrong. And I took the opportunity to start receiving mental health care. The cultural change that we need to make as a military is being able to understand and be there for the people beside you to ensure that people feel comfortable receiving the care that they need, because seriously, it can be life-saving to get that sort of care.
Our younger generation is very curious. They want the honest truth and they want the authenticity because they can see through it immediately if it's not. With that has given me so much courage to look down and in, to give those up-and-coming women what they need to do better than I did. I'm really proud of what I accomplished in my job, but I want those next women to even do better.
Women are the fastest growing cohort in both the Department of Defense and the VA. So they are joining at larger rates. And so, ready or not, we've got to set up a system that is conducive to a great environment. The future, I think, is really bright, and we need to move quickly to make sure that gender-specific care or things that are seen as unique or women only are just part of how we do business.
Where we are able to leverage the talents of people from all backgrounds, people wouldn't feel like they have to fit into the mold that was, but they can create what will be.
Through honesty, women are going to start to see how to leverage their diversity in a professional and lethal way. How you look at problems or how you identify risk, how you exploit the enemy, just because you are different.
You come up with better solutions as a military, as an organization, when you have diverse thoughts. I think it equals a really great, bright future for our country.
For women, we've come so far, whether you want to be a stay-at-home mom or being a full-time doctor or a lawyer, whatever it might be. The women that came before us opened up the doors to allow us to make those decisions, and that is the beauty of the change that we're making.
We're sitting up here and in this room surrounded by so many powerful women, whether they've been openly celebrated or personally celebrated. So that power is what I definitely feel and what charges me, realizing that Our experience is necessary. Our worth is necessary. We are necessary.